Oh, you're the trans one. Oh, I remember when you were... What's up, Rebels? My name is Leo, and I am one half of Leo and Willie. And today, I'm just gonna be hanging out with you. I thought that I could start a new little series with you guys, and you know what? We're just gonna call it Diary of a Trans Guy. Diary of a Trans Kid. Let's go. Basically, I'm just gonna be sitting here hanging out with you guys, and while we chat, I'm gonna be updating my trans bingo card. Yes. Ooh. Ooh. It's an amazing board that my partner Willie made for me, and it's got these customized squares inside that have a bunch of different goals that I am looking forward to in my transition, and I've not been updating it. It's been a little while since I've given it a little look over and updated with anything that I have met on my goal list. So I'm gonna update it with you guys, and we're just gonna chat. So basically, I'm just gonna talk to you about my random thoughts and just trans stuff and life while I fill this out. So without further ado, let's get into it. If anyone is new here, or if you haven't seen recent updates, I'm currently 7 months on T. And that's very exciting. It's very fun. I've reached, I've gone past the halfway mark of my first year. I'm into the second half, and it's looking good so far. I'm at a bit of a weird position, or a bit of an interesting position, I should say, with my transition, where I'm actually, really starting to pass in my everyday life, more so than, I used to be. I'm getting a lot more, strangers that will assume that my pronouns are he, him, and that sort of stuff. So that's really exciting and fun. It's really gender affirming, of course, to have people see you for who you are. So for me, that's been really fun. And funnily enough, it's actually given me some things to cross off on my board. So the first one is a stranger assumed my gender was he, him. And I think it is very safe to say that I can check that one off. I'm so sad, guys. I have these little trans flag stickers that I cut into hearts, and I can't find them. So we're just gonna draw little hearts, like that, instead. Okay. So as I said, hi Midnight. So as I said, I'm kind of just at this weird, passing, but just kind of, teetering on passing stage, where I'm getting a lot more people gender me correctly in everyday life, but then I do get the odd, misgendering sometimes. And I think because it's less often, it ends up being much more heightened for me. So, if I was in a position where, a lot of people were misgendering me, like how it was in the beginning of my transition or pre-transition, I kind of started to become, accustomed to it in a way, or just kind of not really have it affect me in a super heightened way, because it was, kind of normalized in a sense. Which isn't fun. It's not great, and you should always gender people correctly. Being in this position is really weird. It's very odd and a bit of a weird scenario to be in, because it's I'm simultaneously getting more used to passing in everyday life, whilst also understanding that sometimes I don't pass to certain people and they do still misgender me, and I'm just trying to navigate that stage. And I know that I've heard that other trans guys tend to have this issue around the same time, around the 7-month mark-ish, is sort of an awkward stage. So that's kind of a bit comforting that it's not just me. And if you were experiencing that too, I promise you, it's not just you, okay? But yeah. So one thing that comes with the passing, for me, that I found very, I don't know if this is like weird or if this is a bit cringy, but I've ran into a little bit of a first world problem, and that is I'm awkward around fist bumps. I don't know, guys. I don't know. It sounds like such a silly little trivial thing, and I don't know why it's such a hard thing for me. Basically, because cis guys are seeing me as like one of the dudes now, I get a lot of like just guys being like, "Oh, hey, bro, what's up?" And you know, just very standard, little fist bump, little fun greeting, no big deal. But for me, for my little trans ass, tell me why I'm so awkward and I just freeze. I'm like staring at your, okay, POV. You give me a fist bump, okay? So we're friends, okay? We're friends. Hi, how you doing? Hey, yeah, what's up, bro? And when you do this, I'm just like, uh-huh. It's awkward, and I feel awkward, and I don't think that it's really something that anyone else notices, because it is probably just like a little millisecond of like hesitation before I just go like, bop. But in my head, honey, I'm standing there for 10 minutes staring at your fist like it's a fucking bizarre animal that I've never seen before. I don't know. I don't know why this is such an awkward thing, but I felt so like silly about it. I had to go and write a post on Reddit, in a like trans guy subreddit that I'm a part of, because I just wanted to see if anyone else is dealing with this or if it's just me being my weird self. And funnily enough, and actually like it was really comforting to know that I'm not alone. And there are other guys that had to kind of get used to this and like kind of, you know, just let it become a bit more natural as time goes on, which is comforting. I do think that over time it won't be such an awkward thing. It's just that for me, like growing up, like fist bumps with the boys is such a like guy thing. And I'm a guy. That is me, guy, here, me. Um, but I've not always been like one of the guys, you know? So slowly getting into that world and into that scene is just a bit daunting, and it's a little bit weird. I feel a little bit out of place. I'm like, oh no, they're gonna know that I don't know how to fist bump and be a bro. Oh no. Ah. But it's really not that serious. It's such a chill thing. Like, it's just one of those minuscule little thingies that has recently come up for me, and I kind of can just like laugh at it in a way. But I'm hoping that it definitely like gets better, because I just feel a bit awkward by it, and I hate feeling awkward. Tag yourself. Comment below if you also hate feeling awkward. Oh, what am I saying? Okay. Another thing that I definitely feel a bit insecure about, and I know that this is like a really, really common thing with trans guys, is my height. Hi, I'm a short king. Lord Farquaad could never. So if anyone doesn't know, I am 4'9". No, I'm not gonna lie on the internet about my height. I'm just gonna tell you guys, I'm 4'9". It is what it is. I've been the same height since I was probably like 13. And it's become a bit of an odd thing. I've never been a super big fan of being short. Because, you know, for anyone who's short in this, bleh, for anyone who is also short watching this, you'll know what I'm talking about. But like, growing up, I got all the short jokes. I got all of the like, oh, you're fun sized. Oh, you're such a little, like, oh my gosh, you're like a miniature version. I gotta just pick you up. Stop. Stop. Which, as I've become more masculine presenting, I don't necessarily get a lot of the like infantilization that comes with being short, and presenting as a woman or presenting as femme. I know that that also like adds another layer to this issue, because for some reason, particularly straight men feel the need or the like desire to just objectify small women in very odd ways. Like, I can't even tell you guys how many times I've gotten like picked up by random people, like literally picked up and like lifted above the ground. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's weird. You're weird. You're a weirdo. You don't fit in, and you're not gonna fit in if you don't stop picking people up. But for real, it's such an odd thing that like being short comes with a lot of like weird interactions with non-short people. But as I've gotten more mask presenting and like as I'm in a more passing realm, I don't necessarily get as many comments about it, but I'm very much more like hyper aware of my shortness when I'm around other guys. I think it's because I'm like in this, like, I'll be real with you guys, I'm not used to passing. It's something that I'm definitely still getting used to. It's very new for me to really be in that realm of like not just like passing to some people and all that kind of stuff, but like in my general day-to-day, people will typically gender me correctly. So I kind of get like on edge about not wanting that to go away in a sense. Sort of like if I'm like with a group of guys, right? And we're all just guys hanging out and they're all like significantly taller than me. First of all, I feel a bit awkward because I'm like, hey, what's up, dude? How's it going? Yeah, how's the weather up there? You know? And that's just a bit of an awkward thing. I'm like, no. And, but also, it's just sort of like, I've always felt a bit like, I want to be taller and I want to be like one of the dudes. And, being short, it kind of like feels like I'm like a little bit of an outsider still, even in that space, but I know it's just like in my head and I'm just working through it, so it's not gonna be an issue forever. But yeah, if you're a short king and you can relate to this, please comment below and we can have our little like sob party together. We can just have a short kings pity party. Ooh. But no, so I don't know what I'm even saying, guys. Basically, I'm short and I don't like it, but it's okay because short kings matter. Anyways, let's get back into this because I want to fill out some more of this stuff. So, let's see here. I'm gonna read off some of the ones that I've already marked off. So, I have legally changed my name. That is true. I am legally, officially Leo Storm, and that makes me really happy because I hated having to like fill out stuff with my dead name or like, you know, I'm still in the process of getting some of my documents changed, so once that's done, I'll like finally fully be like legally me. So I'm still in like a little bit of a awkward stage just because being from the US, living in the UK, there are a bit of like tricky things with regards to like ID, passport, that sort of stuff. It's just a bit of a long thing. A lot of admin, a lot of boring forms. So that's in the works, but even just having my deed poll change and being able to come to like my new job, for instance, I recently got a new job a couple weeks ago and I was able to just go in with my name as it is, and that's really fun, and it's such a like, it's such a cool thing to like just feel more comfortable and just more normal, I guess, because in like my last job, I kind of went through a name change, and that was fine. Like, everyone that I worked with was really lovely. They were so accepting of me, and like I never had any sort of issues. Thankfully, with regards to my work environments and being trans, I've been blessed to work with very open people, other LGBTQ people, and people who are just allies and accepting and that kind of stuff. So that's been really good, and I'm very blessed to have that. But now, being in my job now, I'm actually just able to like be me and not have the prerequisite of, oh, you're the trans one. Oh, I remember when you were dead name, you know, that kind of stuff. And it's like, no one has said those kind of things, but it's sort of like just nice to know that the version of me in everyone's mind at my job is me, and there isn't any old versions or, you know, unrelated things that aren't me anymore that are maybe like lingering in that environment. Let's just read through some of these other ones. I have come out to my friends and family. Yeah, that's me. I'm Leo. Hi. I have gender affirming underwear. Yes, I do. I have boxers and I love them. I'm a bit more of a like briefs guy, but it depends on the fit, you know? If you're wearing tight jeans, briefs are the way to go. But if I'm wearing like nice comfy baggy stuff, or if I'm like moving around a lot, sometimes flowier boxers, bit better. The middle square. Ooh, voice crack. The middle square here. Bottom growth. I don't feel like I need to talk too much about this one, but yeah, 7 months in and bottom growth is bottom growing. Hallelujah. Yeah, very happy about that. That's been fun. And if I want to just talk very briefly about this, I know it's a bit of an awkward thing, but it's a very, very gender affirming thing. Sort of like feeling more in line with my body and with like intimate parts of my body is a really big factor in my trans experience and my journey as a trans guy. And just having my body look and feel a bit more in line with how I see myself and how I feel in my body is great. So yay, bottom growth. I need to update this because there's so many that I just haven't even clocked off, but they are definitely here. Okay, so first one, my veins are popping. And if you can see, I don't know if y'all can see here right now, but I've got a little bit of like veinage going on here. You literally cannot see that. Okay, that's fine. I promise you it's there. And that's just kind of like, it's kind of like a stereotypical like masculine thing. It's very much associated with like testosterone and guys and like that sort of like, oh, you flex and all your veins are showing in your arm and all that kind of stuff. It's like such a like random thing, but for me it's like very affirming to just see it and be like, oh my gosh, look, my arm looks so masked. Ah! So that's fun. I'm 6 months on T. Yes, I am. I'm more than that. Oh my goodness, look at me. I'm growing. I'm also gonna check off. Oops. I also have I am 3 months on T on here, so I'm just gonna check that off real quick. Okay. Also, in line with the name one, I also have one here for I have told my work to use my chosen name. And that is true. Love that. Now, I have used a public restroom that reflects my identity. Yes. So here's the thing with me in bathrooms, right? First of all, quick disclaimer that I am someone who identifies as non-binary. So when it comes to like some gender stuff, I feel a bit maybe in between or things like that when it comes to just like very, very binary, strict thingies. And also because, let's be real, I lived for over 20 years as a woman, as a girl, and so there are a lot of like spaces that I'm much more comfortable in than in others, and I need to get used to those other spaces as I'm more aligned with those. So when it comes to bathrooms, I do typically use the men's restroom, like typically, but there are some times when I do use the women's restroom. I try to use it more when there aren't any women in there because I don't want to make anyone feel uncomfortable, because I know that I am in a realm of passing and I don't want someone to think that I'm, you know, a guy coming into the girls' restroom in some like creepy way or anything like that. But sometimes I just feel a bit uncomfortable going into the men's restroom if there are like a lot of guys in there, or, you know, if there's like, you know, this whole thing about like peeing as a trans guy, and it's like, oh, you have to go in the stall, but you have to like pretend you're doing a shit or something. Like, or like, you know, try to like, I've seen memes where guys will literally be like, I had to turn my shoes around and wear them backwards so it looks like I'm standing instead of sitting on the toilet, and it's like, ah! It's such a funny little thing, but I am getting more used to it. I am getting more used to going into the men's restroom, and that's quite fun. So, yay. Me and my partner have been called sir and ma'am or madam. Now, I'm trying to think if this has properly happened. Babe, has that happened yet?
On a cruise, yeah.
On the cruise, that's
Which is
right.
weird because I'm not a madam.
I know. It was, honestly, that's the weird bit, is like,
I don't know why I put that in.
madam? Ma'am? At least, like, you know, maybe like...
Hussy.
Huh?
Hussy.
Hussy! Son, hussy! No. But yeah, I think it's really cool to like have us be gendered as like a, you know, guy and girl couple. It's really fun because, girl, let me tell you, the number of times that we got, hi ladies! Hi ladies! Like, lady where? Lady who? Anyways. But yeah, so that's fun. We're still like, you know, I think we need to like test it out a bit more now that I've like reached the 7-month mark. I feel like it'd be interesting. When we go out next, I'll have to like try and give you guys a little update and make sure, confirm that that's happening. But it has happened. Hi, Midnight. Will you sit here? I'm starting to grow a mustache / beard. Yes, I am. I do have a mustache. It is growing. I don't know if I can show you guys. It's a little bit patchy right now, and that is because I shaved. And that's something that my dad actually suggested that I do. Because basically I hadn't shaved the entire time. I was just like living my best life with my little tea stash. And then I was talking with him about it, and he said that it's good to shave it because basically it will make the hair appear a bit darker, and a bit more fuller, because when you shave it off, you're kind of like creating a blunt end to the hair, versus when it grows out naturally, it kind of has like a tapering that'll just naturally grow out that way. So when you trim it off and then it regrows, it comes back a little bit like a thicker hair. So I'm testing that out, and so far it's going well. So that's really fun, and I'm just waiting for it to come back in full swing, because I kind of miss my mustache connecting. But it'll come back. So, a little heart there. I've made a decision about top surgery. Yes, I have. I want to get top surgery, and I went through a period where I was really hesitant about it, and I wasn't sure what I wanted because I've never had a major surgery before. I've never like broken a bone. I've never had like a major operation like that, and it's a lot. Like, it's scary. It's a bit daunting, and I just wasn't sure how it would make me feel personally, and I had to work through some things that I just had to deal with in my own body, and to deal with in terms of understanding that I'm not going to have a cis male chest. I'm a trans person, my body is trans, and it will appear in a trans way, regardless of what sort of surgeries I get and that sort of thing. And I will say, I am okay with that. I am okay with being trans and like being me. It was just that with regards to top surgery, I just felt a little bit hesitation, and I just wasn't sure what was going to be the best version of it for myself. But I have come to that conclusion now. All right, let's just roll through these last 2 rows here. So, I have more visible chest hair. I do. I currently have 3 chest hairs. They are going strong and they're fun and I love them. You know what? Controversial. I'm not gonna cross this one off, even though technically I think I could. I have shaved my beard. I've shaved my mustache, as I said, but I don't actually have enough beard to shave yet, and I don't feel like I've had like a proper shave, you know? Like, I shaved my mustache for the experiment, but I'm not in a place where I'm like actually shaving, so I'm gonna leave that one. I'm gonna cross it off when I'm like actually having like a nice like proper shave. There's another one on here that says I have a legal document that reflects my new name, and I've already talked about that one. Y'all know the drill. I did change my name. We're gonna address this one real quick. Morning wood it's a thing. It's not so much a thing as like what I've heard about in like, you know, TV and movies and stuff like that, but like it is a thing and I have experienced it, so that's fun. I can bench press 80% of my body weight. I don't know if I can yet because I'm still needing to get properly into the gym. I know, guys, I say this in every video and every time y'all are like, go to the gym, and I'm like, yeah, I will, and then I get lazy and I sit on my couch. Slay! I have chosen my chest tattoo. So I want to get a tattoo after I get top surgery. Just in some form of like kind of reclaiming that part of my body in another way. For me, tattoos are a really fun form of expression, and I see myself getting a lot of tattoos. So that's one that I'm still planning and I'm still looking forward to. So not yet. I am 1 year on T, which obviously we're 7 months in. We're not quite there yet, but I'm really looking forward to being able to cross that one off. It's gonna be so fun. Last one on here is my mom has referred to me as her son, which, she has not. We move. Okay, guys, so that is all that I have for you today. I'm gonna be doing more of these, just like casual chats. And if you are someone else who is trans, or if you're just an ally, come hang out with me and we'll just kiki and chat together. So this has been really fun. And side note, if you guys love this idea, please do comment and let me know, because I think that this is such a fun idea. Really made this for me, and it's just like really creative and such a fun way to track some of the big milestones and even the small milestones. But yeah, so thank you guys for watching. I love you guys, and eat, pray, love. Eat, pray, slay. Sorry, that was stupid. Anyways, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I love you. Remember to eat carrots, drink water, and have a great day. I love you. Stay awesome. Bye.